Hello and welcome, this is Oshi and this is gonna be a general check-in of your love life for 2021. I will have a lot more romantic themed or love connected readings in February, but for now let's just see what the main message is about your current situation. It can be for singles or those in relationships. I have no idea, I haven't checked the cards yet. So you have 3 pies. You can pick based on the cards. This is 1, 2 and 3. You can choose between based on the numbers or based on these little items. This is a resin geode stone, whatever. I don't know if you can see it, but it has a lovely red hue over some green, so it's kind of Christmassy or just beautiful. I have a rune for pile number 2. I really should make my own set finally. And I have a little pyramid for pile 3. Okay, so choose based on whatever you want to choose, and then let's see what's going on. Okay. How are we with space? Good. Hello pile number 1. If you chose number 1 or this little geode thing, then this is your reading. This is a new location for my reading, so it's temporary because I'm moving stuff around, so hopefully I'm gonna be able to show you all the cards, but there's not a lot of cards. There are 3 tarot cards and then 1 oracle to add an additional message. Your first card is Santa Muerte, which is the death card but in the reverse. We have the 6 of Wands next to it, and your third one is the Magician in the reverse, though it's definitely blocked energy, and we'll take a look at about your oracle card at the end. So the main message, like I said, is a lot of blocked energy. Something that should change is not changing. Whether you're single or you're in a relationship, something with the death card here in the reverse, something needs to be ending, and you're probably blocking it out of fear that if you let this thing go, whatever is coming after it, it's not better. But I feel like with this one, if you're single or in a relationship, it doesn't really matter. The main message is that holding on to something that's not working, and something it's not working, is just gonna slow the process down, but it's inevitable. Oh wow, that's a hard word. So you cannot just change things. Something needs to end, and as soon as you realize, you will move forward. And if you're in a relationship, it can mean that the relationship that you're currently in needs to end because there is something more, something better out there, or it can just mean that the current state needs to end and you need to level up, so to speak, get more serious about things. Maybe you're in a casual one, or you're just dating someone and you think that it's enough and it's good for you, but based on the death card, it's just not the case. We have the 6 of Wands. Is it, or is the 9? Oh no, it's the 9 of Wands. I keep messing. Sorry about that. I keep reading this wrongly because of the numbers. So it makes more sense with the 9 because the 6 didn't make much sense. But with the Nine of Wands, that talks about deciding what you want and, you know, actually going for it. And that's what you need to do. You know, you need to let what needs to be gone in order to take a moment and decide that, okay, if I'm single, I want this and this and this and this in a relationship. I'm going to do this and this in order to get it, but I'm not going to let this and this and this happen. So set your standards and priorities. And if your relationship is the same, you need to take a look at the relationship you're currently in and see what is working for you, what is not, why it's not working, and try to talk it over. But if you feel that there is something, you know, that's just simply you're letting the other person get away with it because you think it, you know, that's what needs to be done for the relationship, it's just not. So this card is all about setting your standards, deciding your priorities and sticking to them. You know, stepping up for yourself. And with the Magician, I think it's only in the reverse at the moment because of all the previous cards. So as soon as you let go what needs to be let go, decide what's important and, you know, draw that line in the sand, this is gonna be turned around, because the Magician is something, it's a very creative energy. The Magician is able to create whatever their mind is set on, so to speak, out of thin air, but it's not true, because the Magician has everything they need in order to create something. So, you know, the wands, the fire, all the minor arcanas is at disposal of the Magician. And the only thing is blocking this new, more fulfilling and more whole state that you can reach in your love life, or, you know, become someone who's like the Magician, you know, that creative and that powerful someone who will then attract someone in the similar level, is that you're not standing up for yourself and not saying what you want and what you don't want in a relationship, because that's important, because you shouldn't lower your standards. But as soon as you do that, everything will level up. Like I said, it's a very clear progression once you do the work. And seriously, even if you're in a relationship, it just means that it's going to level up if you decide to stay in that. But you need to stay in that relationship for the good reason, for the right reason. And your oracle card is Peace. Which comes once you reach this, you know, stage. You will feel that calmness when you know that feeling when you finally just go, F it, I know what I want. It's, you know, that instant calmness, that all your worries are gone because you know you're doing something right. And you have that self-assured righteousness, but not the bad kind. It's the confident, it is the, you're knowing something is true. That kind of calmness, peace is going to come once you reach this place. So it's not a bad one, it's not an easy one either. It requires work, especially maybe shadow work. So I have shadow work related picker cards, so you can, you know, check those out, or just Google what shadow work is and work on those, because that can help you, you know, finding yourself and the strength for standing up for yourself. But it's not a bad one for 2021, because it means that you're definitely moving forward, and we all like to do that. So yeah, that was your reading if you chose pile number 1. Please like this video if you liked it and find it useful. Consider subscribing, even leaving a comment if you resonated with it, because that all helps my channel. and that all helps me to find other people and, you know, just be able to help them. But anyway, if you don't do that, either of those, that's completely fine. I just hope you take something out of this reading that helps you. That's really my main reason doing this. So yeah, I'm gonna move on to number 2 and pile number 2. And you have a lovely day. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose the rune or just pile number 2, then this is going to be your reading. First, we're gonna look at your tarot cards. You're the only pile who has more than 3. My intended was 3, but you got 4. Oh, we have the Star to begin with. Then we have another Major, the Hierophant, but in the reverse. Someone needs to get out more, and I know it might not be possible, but hopefully in 2021 it's going to be better. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have, oh, the Ace of Pentacles right after, next to it. Hopefully you can all see all of them. So, starting with the Star, definitely you need to be more hopeful. Whatever your situation is, I feel like it's more of a singles reading, to be honest, but it can be in a relationship as well. But because we have the Star and kind of other, you know, getting out of your comfort zone and moving out of something closed off, I would say, and we're finishing with an Ace, I would say this is a singles reading. So if you're in a relationship, maybe check out the other ones. You don't have to, because there might be, you know, messages in this one, but I'm just saying. So like I said, first of all, important, believe that this can happen. Believe that love can find you, and the right kind of love can find you, you know, not just something that you think it's love, but actual love that actually good for you. Because sometimes we think we know what love is, and then life is like, pah, you don't. So it can happen like that, but just important to believe that this can happen, because if you don't believe it, then it's not going to. We have the Hierophant right next to it, and I know that currently, at least here still, the situation is not very, you know, favorable for going outside actually. But like I said, it can also just mean to move out from your comfort zone. So definitely be more open to not necessarily physically meet new people, but talk to people when you talk, you know, meet them online. So when you see a video, for example, like this one, and you feel like you need to comment on it, and I'm just, you know, joking, but I mean it in a more serious way, that when you feel like you're drawn to communicate with someone, do that. Not in a creepy, you know, like, oh, you have like, not in that way. Don't do that. Just when you see something that, like, you appreciate someone created something and they post it on social media, just say that. And I'm not saying that the first time you're gonna meet someone and they're gonna reply and you're gonna fall in love. It can happen. I'm not saying it's not, but after a while you're gonna get used to talking to people, because it might be a problem for you that you're too, you know, guarded. The King of Pentacles, because it's in the reverse, it can be too grounded, too stubborn, too set in their own ways, you know, just clutching to their what they already achieved and not ready to share. And it can be a fear for you that you might be feeling, you might feel you're afraid of people taking advantage of you in some way, especially because it's the king. It might be financial. Maybe it happened to you in the past, but if you want love, you need to work through these things. Unfortunately, it's not going to be like in romantic novels when someone just takes one look at you and they immediately recognize you as their soulmate. That hardly ever happens, I don't think, at least. You need to work on your side in order to find love. It's just a two, you know, if you want that equal actual relationship, you need to put down the work as well. And for you, it's definitely getting more out of your comfort zone and yeah, be a bit more flexible. And because we have the you know, Ace of Pentacles, which in a love reading, it's one of the best aces because it talks about a long-term potential. So you will have that opportunity to meet someone who can, you know, stay around in your life for a long time. It can mean a very successful relationship. But you need to hope, you need to believe it can happen, and you need to work on getting out of your own way, so to speak. And your Oracle card is Breed. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling that you're stressed out, and you know, you're it feels like you're like this constantly, like this skeleton who's clutching onto the whatever it's called. Whatever it's called. Geez, today English and me, it's not very friendly. I'm not on friendly terms with English. Whatever, not the point. So yeah, I feel like, you know, you're closed off, you're worried, and you need to breathe and maybe meditate. That's always something I suggest to people, because meditation, even if you don't do anything spiritual with it, it doesn't have to be about spirituality. It can be actually just a physical act. I mean, I think it adds to one's life, but you know, personal opinion, you're not here for that completely. But anyway, so yeah, work on that one, because I feel like this is, you know, this close of energies here, but the Star and the First of Pentacles or Ace of Pentacles is framing the reading. And it's number 2, you know, that's always the you know, duality or just a pair. So yeah, I see this for you if you chose number 2, or that you know, room, which I keep forgetting what it's called, even though I have it on my, you know, finger. So I need to learn my rooms better. But anyway, please like this video if you liked it and you find something value of it. Consider subscribing, hitting the bell, all that helps my channel. But you don't have to, honestly. If you just, you know, take out something from this reading and it helps you, I'm very happy. I mean, if you let me know, I'm more happy, because I know it worked. But you know, we do whatever we want to do, and I don't want to be someone who's like, yeah, please like my video. So yeah, just do it if you feel like it, and don't do it if you don't feel like it. But anyway, have a lovely day, and I'm gonna move on to pile number 3. So hello, pile number 3. If you chose that little pyramid, then this is your, or number 3, or the cards, this is going to be your reading concerning your love life in 2021. We have 3 oh wow, tarot cards. Your first one is the 5 of Cups in the reverse, which is good, very happy to see that in the reverse. The second one is the King of Wands, but in the reverse. Not that happy to see that in the reverse, but who knows. And we have the 3 of Wands, interestingly. Also, so Wands energy, fire signs, and the Cup, so water signs, can be, you know, mean anything. I don't really read astrological signs, and I didn't even think about doing that in the first 2, so maybe for this one it matters. Fire sign, water signs. Could be you, could be your person. If there's gonna be, and I feel like there is going to be, but there's a lot of fire, but in the reverse. So let's start with the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is talks about loss, and you know, that kind of stage when you're feeling, you don't feel like doing anything because all you can think about is what you lost, what you went through, and you're grieving and you're, you know, getting too immersed in that. But because it's in the reverse, it signals that you're starting to move out of it at mid 2021. Can't say it's in the beginning, I don't know. I don't feel like it's connecting to the beginning of the year. It's just at some point it's going to start happening. And once it starts happening, that's when the King of Wands, which would be a very confident, no, because you're in this Five of Cups, that's why you're in the reversed stage of the King of Wands. That's more like it, because you are someone, or you could be someone very confident, very self-assured, very potent, very able to create something big out of something small, you know, like motivate other people and just take charge of your love life, so to speak. But because you're too immersed in this, you know, negative space, you're not, you know, nothing is happening for you at the moment, or whenever you're watching this. So you would definitely need to work through something. It doesn't have to be a new thing, you know, this loss. It can be something, a scar, a wound from previous relationships, or just, you know, anything that happened. But you need to work through them for sure. Because the Three of Wands is here, and that talks about, with a message, by the way. I mean, it's usually a letter, I think, in the traditional one, or something, I remember, but whatever, it's a message, what I see here. So you could get messages, you could connect with people, and because it's not the Two of Cups here, but the Three of Wands, it feels more like you will have a beginning this year. I don't know where it's gonna lead. It's not here yet, not in the cards yet. It just means that once you work through this and you become, you know, the King of Wands that you can be, that confident person who can be, you know, flirty and just say that, oh, I like you, you don't like me, oh well, whatever, but I like you and you like me, even better, you know, someone like that. You will have options and you will start something, a journey, and this is going to be the stage where you need to focus on enjoying the actual, you know, beginning of the adventure. And don't immediately think about how you're gonna live, or who, or if you're gonna get married, or what you want from the person when you meet them. It's here to remind you to enjoy those first days of a relationship as well, because you don't know where it leads when you start one. But if you focus on too much of the long-term potential immediately, then you can just scare away that person and potentially ruin something good. So the cards are trying to tell you that in 2021, have more fun. Of course, don't just go around and do stuff without thinking them through. I'm not saying that. Just ease up a little if you can. And for you, your oracle card is the Observer, but in the reverse. And I would say it's connecting to here. To let go of hey, don't stalk your ex. I mean, if you have an ex and you're, you know, stalking their social media, stop it, because it's just not good. It's probably like that, but if you don't have an ex, it just means that don't look back, you know, because this little fox could just, you know, look upward and look at something in detail, and that's what you don't need to do. It's also connects to this one, that don't, you know, just pick apart everything immediately, like this doesn't work, I don't like this one, this part is like just concentrate at the beginning of a relationship, concentrate on the good parts more, don't ignore the bad ones, but, you know, give a chance to people. That's pretty much what I would say. But like I said, if you had a relationship previously and that's why you're in this loss of confidence and sad place, stop stalking your ex. They are your ex for a reason, and you need to remember that. Okay, so this was just a general reading. I will post more love related readings in February on my channel, but if you want to, I have a lot of pick cards that can help you work through issues. Maybe I have one with connecting to healing your connection, so you can look into that if you feel like. And like this video, if you think that it was valuable for you, consider even subscribing, and yeah, just have more fun and see you in the next one. But have a lovely day today. Yeah, bye.